Hi Aries, what's up? Welcome to your reading. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Let's see what's going on for you, what's coming towards you, what you need to know right now. Show me clearly what's going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Show me the tea. What's going on for Aries? What's coming towards Aries? What can Aries expect? Wow. Oh my goodness. Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting time for you, Aries. Let me tell you, you're going through some big shifts. You're definitely going through a lot of changes internally as well as externally. Your entire reality is changing before your eyes, and it's pretty intense. It starts from within, right? With himself, this is your first card out. This is masculine energy, but it doesn't matter, female, male, whatever you identify yourself as. This is just like a lot of wisdom that comes from within, a lot of realizations, a lot of epiphanies, and being in alignment with your body, your mind, and your soul, really feeling centered within yourself. And there's this deep clarity that you have had or will be coming into in the near future, and things seem to be just finally taking its shape, finally slotting into place like a puzzle piece. It's like you finally gained some sort of information or knowledge, or like you have the tools you need in order to achieve something. And now I honestly feel with the Dark Lady, now this is the feminine energy. So we actually have a nice balance between masculine versus feminine. So you're really in this alignment, or you're aligning. If things are changing right now with the Pook, this is a shape-shifting energy. If you're going through a lot of changes, wherever this may be in your love life, in your job, your career, your environment where you live, or if it's just internally, you're going through a lot of inner shifts. However this applies for you, I want you to know that you are stepping into alignment, the most aligned you've been ever in your entire life, or in a very, very, very long time. The Dark Lady brings in a lot of magic. It brings in like this deep desire and longing for more. It's a very intimate, as you can see, her titties are out. Maybe, you know, don't report this video, I swear to God. Whatever. We all got bits and parts and pieces. We're human, whatever the fuck. But this is like a deep insight, a deep inner knowing. Notice how in the third eye is being highlighted with both these cards. There's something that your intuition is confirming, and maybe something in this reading is going to confirm a download or a message or some sort of dream that you may have had recently, or there's just this nudge. There's something that keeps bubbling up to the surface is what I'm hearing, is that there's something that is very fragile. I'm looking at the wings here, and like wings, feathers, they are very light, but they're also very fragile. It's like handled with care. I'm feeling like you could be feeling extremely sensitive during this time, or just super tapped into the energies that are around you, other people's energies, people you maybe haven't seen in a long time or spoken to in a long time. Maybe there's something being brought up about a divine counterpart for a few of you. Anyways, it's like with the Pook, this is a come and go. It's a shape-shifting energy. It's very hard to grab a hold of, or it slips away very fast. Things are changing very fast for you, especially like overnight change is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like there's a change that occurs maybe with you and another person, where you go from one way of handling things and then it changes or it improves for the better. Everything that's happening is for the better. I need you to know that, Aries. Everything that is occurring during this time, we are in eclipse season. This is a time of realignment, and there may be some sacrifices, or there may be some releasing. There is some intense, heavier energy that you could be purging or clearing through. But like, you might not even recognize yourself, or there's someone that's around you and they may not recognize you, or you might not really recognize them. I'm seeing like you've gone through some kind of shape-shifted, like glow up, like this massive transformation mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You're going through some massive change, and it's rapid, like it's happening fast. I'm seeing like with the fingers, it's like everything you touch turns to gold, or it's like you have these brilliant ideas that could change the world in a really positive way, or make this world better. People might look at you like you're an alien, like you got these crazy ideas, or you're being delusional, but you're not. I want you to know that you're not. At the bottom, we do have the feline. This does talk about unfinished business. So you guys could be clearing up some unfinished business, some loose ends. Maybe this is actually talking about projects that you haven't completed yet. This is the month where you are crossing things off your list. Maybe it's been on your list for months or years, like things that you've talked about years ago, or what you wrote down, you've manifested it. Or like, I'm seeing that there's something that's occurring in your life or something you're receiving and you're like, holy crap, I manifested this. I literally spoke it into existence. It's here, it's happening. Like, wow. Yeah, Penelope Dreamweaver, this is all about like your dreams or like these deep insights that are coming to fruition. Guardian at the gate. Yeah, you're ready to walk through this next chapter, this door that's opening up, that's activating for you. Your numbers, by the way, 17, 20, maybe 2017 is important for someone. And we also have 60. But yeah, something about 2017 could be relevant for someone. Who knows? Comment down below if that's you. All right, so let's get into the tarot. What's going on for Aries? What's coming towards Aries? Oh, my necklace is upside down. So funny. What's going on for Aries? We have Justice in the reverse here. Libra energy. About 3 of Pentacles is at the bottom. Something's working out in your favor. I'm seeing a balancing of the scales, a balancing of karma, karmic balance, and alignment. We have a King of Pentacles coming out next. What's else coming towards Aries? Seeing changes in regards to your money, coming into a lot of wealth, making smarter decisions and investments. 2 of Swords. We also have the Queen of Pentacles on top of the 2 of Swords. There's a feminine who has yet to make up her mind or make a decision, possibly about an offer coming in from a King of Pentacles, which could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. We also have Leo energy with the Sun and the 2 of Pentacles. So someone here is like on the fence, or I'm seeing like this is someone who's weighing out their options, truly like what makes this person happy or what adds value to their life. So there's also a lot of energy of like juggling or trying to stay on top of things, duties, maintaining the balance. We also have these cards, the Lovers, Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. A connection. Is this worth fighting for? Or is this worth the hype? Is this worth the fuss? Is this worth the drama I'm seeing? Like, I'm seeing a very passionate, heated connection. It's very intense like no other. Someone has a lot of love for you, or someone has a lot of like passion for you. Honestly, there's a lot of love and passion. You guys sometimes don't see eye to eye though, or you kind of butt heads is what I'm seeing. This 5 of Wands, I'm seeing like there's jealousy or competitiveness, or there's someone who feels like they have to prove themselves. Someone likes the chase is what I'm seeing, or someone likes the fire, the heat, the adrenaline rush. Like you give someone this adrenaline rush, or you give them like this fire, or maybe that's how someone makes you feel. Anyways, let's start back to this Justice in the reverse. There's definitely a situation here, Aries, that has been very one-sided, very unbalanced. There's lack of justice here. You're feeling that, or someone is in the situation who feels that way, who feels that they are deserving so much more, maybe deserving of an apology. We have a King of Pentacles that came out next, and I'm feeling like this could be a masculine energy, right? We saw that with himself and the Dark Lady. Masculine and feminine energies. But anyways, this feels as if someone who has given a lot of support, maybe this is financial support. This is someone who's a provider, someone who is loyal, someone who's committed, someone who walks their talk, and they are a great leader. They're very responsible with their finances. They're someone who may make a lot of money, or someone who is driven to succeed, someone who is destined for success. I'm seeing that this could be someone who becomes like, or either is or becomes a multi-millionaire. I'm seeing that this is someone who's very well off. Maybe in the past they didn't have the best business partners or plans that fell through. Anyways, so this king has learned a lot through the injustice, through the suffering, through the imbalances. It didn't break him down. It didn't stop him from succeeding. Anyways, there's a Queen of Pentacles and a 2 of Swords. Actually, before we talk about this other person, let's talk about this King of Pentacles for a second. This King of Pentacles is at a crossroad in his life. Hers, they don't matter the gender, but this is someone who could be at a crossroads. You may be at this crossroad in your life, truly about like what makes you happy, the Sun and the Two of Pentacles, or it's like you see two different paths, two different alternate realities, and you can't seem to make up your mind, or there's this back and forth, or you're fluctuating between two different ideas or two different options or two different people or paths, or it's like, it feels very intense. Like I feel like need to slow down and just like breathe. Like we do need to we have a lot of earth. Let's ground, because you may be feeling a lot of pressure. I feel that so strongly. Let's just take a moment. So sorry, not even apologizing. This is just the energy that's coming through, but I just feel like, oh, this is urgent. This feels urgent for some reason. But let's slow it down, because we got so much time, y'all. We got plenty of time to dive into this. So I want you, whoever you are on the other side, take some deep breaths. I think you need it at this time. We're in a crazy eclipse season, let me tell you. Okay, so now let's talk about this other person. You could swap roles however it may fit, but there's a Queen of Pentacles, Queen to the King, so it's a pair. But this Queen, she's on the fence. So she may be on the fence about this King of Earth. She may be feeling like, well, I guess we'll have to clarify, get a deeper understanding, but she's on the fence of whether or not she wants to give more to this, or again, Five of Wands from earlier, if this is worth the fight. Is this worth the, I'm hearing punishments. Okay. We'll have to clarify and go a little bit deeper. But Queen of Pentacles, very similar how we described the King of Pentacles. This is more of a feminine energy. She's a nurturer. She's a healer. She is also a provider. She is very compassionate and patient and understanding. She's good with animals. She's good with children. She is a creator. Feminine energy is all about creation, giving life, being able to bring life into whatever she puts her mind towards, whatever she puts her actions towards, her intentions towards, right? But so she's at this crossroad. Since this came out together, she's at this crossroad. Is this something I should continue to nurture? Does she feel safe? Is the question I have. Does she feel safe? It's hot and cold, or yes and no. Sometimes yes, other times no. It's one foot in, 1 foot out. Something about this isn't the most stable or grounded. Okay? So big choices to be made. Very big, defining decisions that you and this person will be making this month, and we're gonna find out what happens. Everyone's got their free will, so keep that in mind. You don't have to let the cards dictate your life. But so with the Lovers, this is a very divine connection. Just kind of like what we saw with the Himself versus the Dark Lady. Someone could be struggling with their own inner world, or someone who could be, I mean, with the Pook, I actually get an avoidant energy now that I'm seeing the tarot come out. I'm seeing that someone who struggles with being vulnerable or intimate, or showing their underbelly, showing their secrets. There's something that you may be hiding, or someone's hiding from you because they're afraid of how they're going to be perceived. What if they leave? What if they don't like me anymore? I'm seeing that could be part of it. And the Pook is not only is it a shape-shifting energy, but it's very fleeting. The Pook will disappear or run away, doesn't want to be seen in a way, So that could be a challenge here. And because of this connection, the Lovers, this is a very spiritual, healing, and triggering and intense of a connection. It's something that intimidates the crap out of this person, or even you. So there's again, like I said, there's a lot of love here, and there's also a lot of lust. There's a bit of both, honestly. But the choice is to be made. But it's very hard to follow the heart. Ace of Cups and the Five of Wands. There's this push and pull. There's such a push and pull. There's some sort of struggle that you both experience you both, I think, are mirroring one another, honestly. It looks like that. It's almost as if this water and this Ace of Cups, because of the love, because of the passion, because of how intense this connection is, it's so strong that it will put out this fire, or it'll become smothering. Maybe that's how you feel, or how this person feels, where it's like you guys could be very opposite or very different backgrounds, different like life experience or mindsets or different values, and at times you may feel like they're going to swallow you whole, or this is how they feel about you, like you're gonna put out their flame. That's intense. It's a very intense divine counterpart, I will say. We also have the Fool, and then we have Death in reverse. Something about this cycle isn't over. I see something new is beginning, but I have with that Death in the reverse, something hasn't yet changed, or I am sensing that there could be a bit of this pattern history repeating itself if changes aren't made on both parts, Temperance and the Star. But there seems to be like a lot of hope or a lot of desire that you have, that you both mutually have about this connection. The Star, King of Cups, and the High Priestess. There's a lot of hidden feelings that you both have. You both desire the same thing, but you're hiding it from one another. Big time. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Then we have more energy of you, Aries, as well as Aquarius. We have the Lovers. This is Gemini. We have Leo with the Sun, and then we also have Libra. I mean, we're staying like, how many zodiac signs? That's a lot. That's a lot. I need a water break. Holy crap, my mouth is so dry. So give me a second. Good stuff. Y'all stay hydrated. Oops. I'll stay hydrated. Okay, so I'm gonna use this deck, and let's start diving deeper and get some understanding of what's happening here. Starting off with Justice in the reverse. Why is Justice in the reverse here for Aries? Queen of Cups, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups at the bottom. So this Queen of Cups. So this Queen, we have that Queen of Pentacles from earlier. So you may resonate as this Queen of Pentacles person, or this feminine energy. But this Queen of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and also this Nine of Swords, 9-9, might be seeing 999. Maybe you were born 1999, or something about 99 could be relevant for someone. There seems to be a lot of walls, a lot of guardedness. Trust issues is a big factor here. I don't know if someone wasn't loyal in the past or someone wasn't honest. Someone here is feeling this uncertainty and a lot of pressure about the unknown, and not knowing whether or not you can let your guard down and open up your heart, or to show or display signs of emotions. All right, so there's a lot of love that you have, but it's something that you want to move very carefully into, something you do not want to rush into. You're gonna take your time is what it's looking like. Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, with this Ace of Cups definitely looks like something successful that you're heading towards. Some of you, we have the Six of Wands in the World. Why am I getting a vibe that this next person you let into your life, they may be the one and only, or they may be the person you settle down with, or like build your life together with. And so maybe that's why you're so guarded, is because, you know, in the past you went through some really hard things, breakup that really changed you, changed the way that you receive love, the way that you give love. And so because of all of that heaviness and those lessons, you're being extremely cautious. And you're not going to put yourself in a position like you were experiencing in the past, right? And so you're really being guided to follow your intuition and protect yourself. But there does come a point where we get in our head, and Nine of Swords, we start assuming like everything and everyone is out to get us, and that it's not safe. when like that's just our trauma peeking on out that we have to work through, because we can't stay in fear forever. Otherwise, we're going to live a very closed off, sheltered life. And if that's what you want to live, then by all means, you got to do what you got to do. But it does look like you will be moving forwards. It's just going to take some time, and you need to be patient with yourself. And you also need someone who's going to be patient with you. And so this King of Pentacles, this could be someone new. We're going to clarify and see who this King of Pentacles is, but this is someone who does display those qualities of having patience, showing up consistently. You might feel like this is too good to be true. Some of you you're making this person have to fight for you, or you're like playing hard to get. King of Pentacles, as I split the deck, King of Pentacles. All right, Spirit, what can you tell us about this King of Pentacles? Fool's trying to flip out. So this King of Pentacles definitely wants to take this leap of faith with you. No doubt. He doesn't have any doubts. Oh. I want to see what flips out. We do have a 7 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. This person fantasizes a lot about the life you guys could have or build together, but he probably doesn't want to come across overbearing, or like kind of the smothering thing that we saw with this Ace of Cups and the Fire. Like, this is someone who's like, oh, I don't want to put out this flame, this passion. I don't want to come across too much. We can clarify the 7 of Swords and just, we may in a little bit, just because, you know, sometimes 7 of Swords can represent some things that are hidden, or like, what are their motives? 5 of Pentacles. Is this someone that you're at a distance with? 6 of Wands. Someone who's watching you from the far, watching you on the sidelines, feeling like they don't have access to you, or that maybe... That's crazy. This King of Pentacles thinks that that there are better offers out there, or that they don't have what you want. 6 of Wands and the 2 of Wands. It's like you're putting this person on hold. Or like that's what they feel. Hold on, let me see what else we need to know about this King of Pentacles. The Chariot. Oh, this person's just like moving really fast. 8 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. So this is someone who is very fearful. Like I get a sense like they're playing nonchalant. 7 of Pentacles. They're trying not to move fast, but a lot of what's going on in their head, they also, like I saw, they're mirroring you, because you had a lot of fear of like, oh, what if I can't trust this person? Or what if they have hidden motives? They're going to do me wrong. I got to protect myself. I don't want to go through this injustice like the past, or have history repeat itself. This person has something very similar. And they are also trying to guard and protect themselves. And they're also trying to stop themselves from self-sabotaging or getting their hopes up, is what I'm seeing. It's like someone who moves too quickly, imagines like this beautiful fairy tale like future in their mind's eye, and then nothing of that falls into fruition, or it backfires in some sort of way. And then like they get angry at themselves for thinking too far ahead, or moving too fast, or rushing into things that maybe, you know, you should ease into. Things that start quick do have the tendency of ending just as quickly. So this is someone that is kind of realizing like, okay, hold on, I need to slow the fuck down. But then they are also getting in their head, and they are getting closed off, or they have a hard time communicating what it is that's going on. Or I get the vibe that they try to act nonchalant, or they're waiting for you to give them a signal or a sign. Yeah, they're literally waiting for you to give them the green light. And you may be in a place in your life right now, Queen of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. You could be in a place of your life where you're very independent and you don't need anybody else. Like, you don't need anyone. It's a desire if you want to have someone else, or you crave that connection, but like, you don't need anyone. You got yourself. You are solid. And you may also feel like, let's see, 3 of Pentacles, the Tower. Like, it's hard to let people get close to you, because you're so used to doing it on your own. Let me just pull one on the 7 of Swords. Just to make sure there's not some sneaky bullshit going on. 7 of Swords here. Why is the 7 of Swords coming out for Aries? Let me move my hair. 7 of Swords regarding this King of Pentacles. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Is this some kind of red flag? Seven of Swords regarding this King of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Sideways. What's this card sticking out? Knight of Cups. They're hiding their feelings towards you. Four of Swords. I definitely feel like they're trying to play it off like aloof. Like, it might come across like mind games though. Seven of Swords sometimes is giving mind games. Or can people just actually act truthfully and authentically instead of playing pretend or playing a role that's like not really in alignment, pretending to be someone that they're not? Like, let's be authentic. But someone is really scared to show up as their real selves. It's kind of like we saw with that fleeting energy, or like this avoidant energy of like hiding from themselves and hiding from others, hiding from fear of being seen. And I get a sense this King of Pentacles worries a lot about the future. Nine of Wands and then the King of Wands. Yeah. Exactly that. Okay, so then I don't really think we need to look into this Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords. So she's just on the fence. She's guarded. She needs a little bit of time. She's easing her way into this. We saw that with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck earlier. So I don't really think we need to clarify that much. I don't feel guided to that. So then we have the Sun and the Two of Pentacles. So let's clarify that together. At the bottom. Are you gonna take the leap? Gonna take a leap into this or what? Tell me about the... Okay, we have Three of Pentacles. We also have the Four of Swords. This fell out on this side. That's interesting. Sun and the Two of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. We do have the Devil out here. So there are some things to be cautious of. You both, and the fact that the Devil fell out near the Three of Pentacles, y'all both got some, let's be real here. None of us are perfect. Neither are you, neither am I, neither is this person. We all got flaws. We all got our toxic traits. That's why we're here to learn and grow and evolve as spiritual beings, having this human experience. But there's some things y'all both gotta work on, okay? We can clarify this Devil and see what's the possible problems you may run into. Because I am seeing it's like there is this desire of improvement, but it's perfectionism, or yeah, it's like, oh, this isn't good enough. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better. And it's like obsessive to the point where it's like, dude, can we just chill? Can we just enjoy? Can we just relax? Can we just love? But I'm seeing like there's a lot of healing that's taking place in your life, in this person's life, a lot of having to surrender and trust, and it's just like old wounds that are bleeding. Or it's like, yeah, picking at a scab. It's like, bitch, let it heal. You keep picking at it, it's gonna fester, it's gonna just get worse. So let it be. And the only way I feel to heal whatever this Devil toxic-esque energy is through love. Instead of fear, instead of hate, instead of division, it's love. That's what makes this Devil just shrink into nothing. And the need to have control. And I feel like the Four of Swords is where we need to like loosen the grip and trust that whatever is truly meant for you will never pass you by. Never. So you guys can help each other here. You guys can help each other grow. I'm seeing like some sort of connection that's forming based off of friendship or trust, like slowly building this trust, this foundation. Working together as a team. Because you're on the same team. You're not on opposite teams. You're on the same freaking team. Page of Wands, Five of Wands, and then Strength. It's almost like you guys are changing spots. Like when one person is feeling confident about this connection, the other person's having doubts. And then when you're having doubts, they're confident. So it's kind of like your ping pong, like tennis ball, like bouncing off one another. And so you're having to like be a pillar of support. Ten of Cups and then Three of Cups. I'm seeing a lot of love here. I'm seeing a lot of happiness in the future between you and this person, as long as you can ride out the waves. Because nothing's perfect. No relationship is perfect. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, there's going to be trials that you guys face together and separately, but still in this connection, like, you know. So let me just see why the devil is here. Wow, what a reading. And this connection is, I mean, with the fact this is with the sun, it's like, this is very illuminating. This is bringing out your ugly sides. It is. Things that you wouldn't be able to experience all on your own or all by your lonesome, right? This is awakening a part of you that you didn't even know or realize was there. So why is the devil here? What can you tell us about the devil for Aries regarding this situation? Why is the devil here? This is going to be specific. We have the Empress in the reverse. This is kind of like, I get neediness. I also get a codependent energy from this. What do we have at the bottom? Queen of Cups. Someone constantly needing a lot of reassurance. And then there's like trouble of expansion or trouble of growing, or it's like being comfortable in what's familiar patterns, familiar habits, old mindsets that are really outdated. Neglecting oneself and expecting the other person to nourish you and to nourish your spirit, when really you gotta nourish and take good care of yourself. Let the cup overflow, right? Let the cup overflow. Anything else but the devil? Ace of Swords. Yeah, the good news, and then Strength at the bottom. The good news is that you have the ability, you and this person have the ability to cut ties of these toxic ways, habits, beliefs, and mindsets, and just these ways that are blocking this connection from flourishing. It's kind of like a weed choking out the garden, choking out the flowers. You got to get rid of the weed so that the flowers can bloom and blossom. And weeds also, they take away resources. They take away water, the nutrients in the soil. They're killers to something that could grow and flourish and provide. So this Ace of Swords, like, let's cut through that crap. Let's sterilize. Strength at the bottom. I really feel like you and this person can lean on each other for support. We have Leo energy coming through again. So let's see. Lovers, Ace of Cups, Five of Wands. These two cards I wanted to flip out. It's the Page of Wands and the Five of Wands in the reverse. King of Cups at the bottom. Let's see. The Lovers, Ace of Cups, and the Five of Wands. We have the Two of Cups. And the Knight of Wands. And then we have Death at the bottom, Scorpio energy. So, I mean, yeah. This combination, Page of Wands, Five of Wands reverse. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's not always going to be easy. Especially an intense divine connection like this. Alright? There's gonna be some harsh truths for you and this person to look at, to confront on an individual level and also together as a team. I do see that there's this shared desire to pursue one another. You both want the same thing. You both feel the same way. And there's enough love here to keep this connection going. But love ain't enough. There's gotta be action. But honestly, what I'm seeing with the Knight of Wands, action is being taken. The only thing about the Knight of Wands is he can sometimes be like hit or miss. Knight of Wands isn't necessarily the most committed. It sometimes can be a flighty energy, which is what we saw with the Pook, right? Death, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. And then again, we have the Empress again reversed with the Fool. You both got to make some adjustments, some changes, some choices. I think you both are going to choose the path that's in alignment but literally, I feel like you guys are on the same page. The simplest way to put it, I think you're on the same page. I think you're both, my words are backwards. I think you both are willing to put in the effort, meet each other in the middle, and make some necessary adjustments. It might be a little tough to get off the ground. Empress reverse and the Fool. It might be a little challenging at first, but it will get easier. Growing pains, a little bit of that. Oof, okay. Well, I think we'll leave your reading here, Aries. What an interesting reading, interesting messages. Definitely let me know how it resonates. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Private readings are available down below, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.